I grew a channel to over 25,000 subscribers in 2 years. And after that, I just stopped posting content because I never really liked posting on that channel. And it was a very long time since I had posted there. And so I was just going about my usual business days, work days, and stuff. And then one day, I was on my a private Instagram account, right, with my friends and stuff. And I noticed someone who was with me in my class like 2 years back in the same school, in the same class. And we both used to watch the same influencer back in the day, the same guy. And we used to talk about him a lot, right? So I found that guy's Instagram page. I see that he's also posting content. He's also getting into personal branding just like I did. So I dropped him a follow. I talked to him and he mentioned something in the chat and he said that one of your videos actually saved me from the problem I was facing. And by save, I'm not meaning just helped him out a lot. He said it saved his chronic anxiety. His crippling anxiety, it saved him. My video saved him. That was a video I just came up with. Because I was just writing down shit in my diary. I just came up with that video and it worked for him. I stopped posting on that channel a very long time ago. I don't really care about that channel anymore. At that point, I realized the power of a personal brand. You can literally change someone's life today. If you put in the right efforts for it, you can change. Imagine that. You can change somebody's life today. Now, I've pivoted from self-improvement content to more so personal branding content, business content, wherein I help agency owners, coaches, and consultants and info product business owners just like you scale inbound lead generation systems using content and stuff. Basically they build a personal brand that gets you leads, followers, clients every single month properly on autopilot. That is the main goal I have, and that is what I sell. And so what I've come to realize is something that you must have also realized right now. If you're watching this video right now, you're going to realize this soon. If you're building a brand to sell anything B2B, you're going to realize that personal branding is going to be extremely tough for you. You're going to struggle to build a personal brand. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that happens? The reason why you're going to struggle to build a personal brand is because personal branding has a huge problem. And there is a simple trick that you can use today, which is going to sound very stupid, but it works beautifully. Personal brands have a big problem that all personal brands are not personal anymore. They are not personal. What is the point of a personal brand? The point of a personal brand is to get people to buy into you. Is to get people to buy into you, not your content, not your format, not the value you provide. Get people to buy into what you do. Get people to like you as a person. And if you cannot do that, your content is fucking useless, my friend. It's absolutely useless. But this is the problem people have. Every single sales call I've ever taken, especially for my current offer, every single person has always admitted on the call that because I do something different, they were hopping on a call with me. Because I did something differently that made them curious, they hopped on a call with me. Look at me to understand this point. Think about this. I am in the most crowded space possible, wherein I'm selling personal branding services, a coaching program to help you scale a personal brand. Think about how saturated that is as an Indian guy who's very young. But I am able to pull this off because I fundamentally understand the gaps in the market. I'm able to attract the top 20% of the market, which is essentially just helping me attract leads who are already qualified or who will become qualified once they watch enough of my content. I'm effectively creating demand for my service. I can go into that on a later video, but the point I'm trying to make is I'm able to actually differentiate myself in a saturated market, in a saturated niche. How am I able to do that? The way I'm able to do all of this is by understanding the fact that most personal brands are not personal, and that is exactly how you win. It's the same quote as this about most people want to be different. 99% of people do the same stuff, expect different outcomes. So to beat the 99% of people, you just do stuff they don't want to do. It's never been easier to win in life. It has never been easier. Why do people say that? Because everybody's average. So for you to actually be different, you just have to be not average, which is just doing hard shit. So if you just rewire your brain to do hard shit, you're going to win. How does this apply in personal branding? Just being yourself on camera. The most corny ass line, the most shitty traditional advice that you can ever, anybody can ever give you. be yourself on camera, but that is the truth. The moment you are being personal in your content, you're creating real leverage. Because think about it like this. Imagine having an audience of buyers. An audience of buyers who are going to buy your shit no matter what you do. Apple is a great example of this. Apple has created a brand in which people have bought into the brand of Apple. They're not buying into iPhones. They're not buying into MacBooks. They're buying into the brand of Apple. So that every year they release the same as fucking phone, dude. It's the same phone, literally rebranded. People still buy. Why do you think that is? Because people have bought into the brand of Apple itself. You need to do the same thing. So this is the most dumbest advice I can give you, the most stupidly simple advice, but this works. Just make your content a little more personal about yourself. Make your content a little more authentic to who you are. Because every single influencer you have ever watched who has had an impact on your life has always changed the way you believe. Because they change the way you believe, you buy into their belief systems, which changes the way you think effectively, which makes you look at them as an authority figure. I'll explain why anybody creates influence in any sense. Let me explain it through the lens of Hitler. Now, whether you have, whatever opinions you have about Hitler, whether the Holocaust happened, not happened, the controversy revolving around it, you need to understand that Hitler had the greatest influence on humans ever. Ever. Why? Because he made them buy into a belief system. He made them buy into a belief system. They adopted the belief system. Because they adopted the belief system, they started looking at him as an authority figure, which is what caused them to have people buy into him. Now, how do I leverage this? I'm able to book 15 to 20 calls every single month. I'm growing my number of calls booked every single week without increasing the amount of content I post, without needing to do any kind of other bullshit. I have literally doubled my sales calls booked from last week to this week in 2 days. I've doubled that amount. Why? Because I fundamentally understand how things work. Because I'm being personal in my videos. Yes, a lot of people comment I'm copying Nick Settings' format, the way he speaks and stuff. People have always said that I copy other people. I just speak in this sense. That's why people believe I copy other people. But in reality, I don't really copy a lot of people. I just speak in a very similar sense. But still, I'm doing something differently, the most crowded niche, to create leverage. So how do you apply this in your own life? You don't have to change your entire content strategy. You don't have to change anything. What you need to change is just add a little more personal shit in your content. And by personal, I don't mean make one of those shitty reels like, oh, my name is this, I'm this old, and I'm building this, and this is why. Don't do that shit, bro. Don't do that shit. Come on, bro. You're better than that. You're better than that. Instead, as personal, what do I mean by personal? By personal, I mean you need to add a few things in your content, which is going to be talking more about what you believe in and sell your actual opportunity. Because business is all about like if you want to scale your content using, if you want to scale your business using content, look at this, bro. Look at this. I'm booking calls with people who are completely ready. Look at this. This is last week's call, by the way. Look at this. Completely ready. Look at this. For you to get these sort of leads, you're going to have to post so many views, so many videos, so many DMs and emails. Look at how many views I get. Look at this. It's absolutely insane how easy this is. It's absolutely insane how easy this is, because this is one of the best methods you can use out there, man. This is the results you can get if you just add a little more personal touch in your content. By personal, what do I mean? Be you. The person you are in front of a camera should be the same person people are going to experience when they actually see you in real life. If you meet me in real life at any point of time, you're going to notice that I'm the same. I speak in the same manner. I have the same belief systems. I talk in the same manner. Why? Because you want to create consistency throughout your brand. You want to create consistency so that people are actually buying into you, what you believe in. It's one of the most effective methods to actually create leverage in content. I really suggest you do this. Pick one story, right? Imagine this. I want you to do this right now. Pick an IG story. They're going to post tomorrow. I promise you it's going to work. talk about your own story. So talk about like, okay, I went from X to Y. Give like three pointers. This, and then have a DM me X and reply to this message, reply to this story. I promise you, you're going to get leads instantly. If like, this is considering if you're already posting content, by the way. This is considering you have like at least over 500 to 1,000 followers. It's gonna work. But you realize the scenario that you're in because you're able to instantly tap into the system, instantly create leverage for yourself. This is one of the most effective ways to do this. If you want my personal one-on-one help and actually want my help to actually scale your business using content, you can DM me system on Instagram. If I have spots available, I'll talk to you. If not, you'll have to wait for some time so that you can actually work with me. Anyways, see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.